Welcome to RVing in New England, the nation's only forum that puts you on stage with some of the biggest names in the RV industry. And now your hosts, John DePietro and Bob Zagami.
Hey, there we are.
There we are. This is going to be the craziest show we've ever done.
Bob, the announcer said John DePietro and Bob Zagami, which means I get to speak first.
I spoke to the guy about editing that out so that it said Bob Zagami and then John DePietro.
Yeah, but he didn't do a good job of it.
Cool.
Why don't you tell our audience where we are, because we're doing something that has never been done in the history of mankind or womankind or personkind before. Where are we?
We are in, where are we? Elkhart, Indiana, at the Elkhart Campground at the National Rally for Alliance RV. John and I were doing some work out here this week with these fine folks, and we said, hey, why don't we try to do the show live from there? So what we actually are in an Alliance Mallard toy hauler in part of the product display. And we've had a chance to meet Coley Brady and Ryan Brady and Bill Martin, who we knew before, but we saw them here at the rally. And they have about 150 coaches and about 300 allies. They call their customers allies, and they've had a tremendous gathering. Don't forget, this company is only 2 years old. They've done all of this in 2 years.
And you have a live studio audience behind you, and I have two co-hosts, and they come to us all the way from Alaska because they just told me, and this is moving, because Martha Peters and Chris Peters are here, and they said the reason that we came all the way from Alaska to Elkhart was because I was going to be here.
Absolutely.
Now, you called them co-hosts. Are you giving up your position? Because normally we call them guests, but are you apparently giving up your co-host position tonight?
These we're going to have two co-hosts in addition to me being another co-host. So we have three co-hosts. And why don't we let them introduce themselves and tell them
we have a
little bit about their RV life.
No, Chris, you got to wait 1 minute. We have a landmark announcement tonight. Check this out. Rick Kessler, managing editor of RV Business Magazine, is on tonight. But normally, Rick comes on 20 minutes late. So Kessler is so impressed that we're doing this from Alliance RV. I assume it'll be the top story in RV business, tomorrow, Mr. Kessler.
Right.
Date's on from Windham, Maine. Walter Swenson is on. Walter, how's it coming through sound-wise? We're doing a portable router here in the middle of a toy hauler, and it looks pretty good on the screen from here. Lisa's on tonight. Hello, Lisa. And Jerry Plant from Cape Cod. A few more will come on. All right, let me turn it over to your guests and see what they would like to talk about tonight here at the rally.
No, we don't do it that way. You turn it over to me, and I ask them questions. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, Martha, welcome to Elkhart, and tell us a little bit about your RVing life and what you have for a unit. And then I'll ask Chris a similar, if not dissimilar question.
I like
it. Martha, go right ahead.
Okay, so I'm from Anchorage, Alaska, and we bought a 2021 Alliance Valor 42B13 toy hauler. We just started our full-time RV living for the July weekend.
Yeah, and you said that you just sold your house yesterday or today.
Within the last week in
Right.
Anchorage, Alaska. Yes.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to go to Anchorage and buy their house, it's too late. They sold it.
Begun.
And how long do you plan on being on the road? Where are you going from here, and what are your plans?
We did not set a real date on how long. We're just going to kind of wait and see how we like it and see how the RV lifestyle on the full-time side works. Our plans from here are to go down to southern Florida and go visit the Keys once the weather gets a little cooler down there. And then long-term, we're going to try to hit every state. We're even thinking about doing a Class C over in Hawaii to try to RV through all 50 states.
So you're going to drive a Class C to Hawaii because it's easier than hauling one with a pickup truck, right?
Well, that water gets in the way.
It does all the time.
Yeah.
It does all all the time. Now, the one question that so many people ask of our guests that are full-timers is, how are you paying for things? Did you just marry well? And I'll say that to either of you, or are you able to work your business on a remote basis?
Yeah, so I'm a chief human resource officer for a healthcare company in California, and I'm able to work remote due to just the nature of my business. And Martha is, I'll let you tell you what you do.
I'm a YouTube star.
YouTube star.
I should say aspiring. So
There you go.
Okay.
I was a behavioral health care
Not
recruiter.
perspiring.
No.
Aspiring.
Aspiring.
Okay. And
Yeah.
tell us the name of your show.
Venturesome with a V, couple.
Yeah.
Venturesome Couple. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there looking and want to see another show, just don't watch their YouTube show Wednesday nights between 7 and 8 o'clock.
That's right.
That's right.
So what would you say to other people that are out there and considering, number one, considering buying an RV? Because so many people wait until they get 65 and up.
Right.
And all the studies show that you're not going to really enjoy it then because you're spending all your time going to doctor's offices. How did you guys have the guts to do what you're doing?
We really have well, unfortunately, both of our parents have died at a very young age, and that really motivated us to get out and live our life the best we could.
When you're young and healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the key. We're in our 40s right now. Our daughter's out of the house, so we're empty nesters, and we have the means to do it, and we have the time to do it with my job working remote. So we really wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and we figured no matter what, if we decided 2 months down the road we didn't like it, we would still never regret doing it. The regret for us would have been not taking the chance.
And the big regret of you coming to this rally and not meeting me, John DePietro, that would kind of be overwhelming, and I don't know if you'd be able to deal with it for the rest of your life.
Bob paid me better to say he's the one.
Hey, did I put that URL up there the right way, Chris? Venturesomecouple.com?
Is that right?
Yeah, venturesomecouple.com, right?
Yes.
Yep. And
There
we're
we
also
go.
on YouTube. That's where
YouTube,
channel.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook.
YouTube.
All right, let me take a little break here. We got
So,
a lot of fans jumping in there. Hang loose, John. We got Walter says very good sound levels. Frank Cates is on. Frank, are you still down the Cape or are you camping at Scussett Beach this weekend? Loud and clear on there. Bernie Colleton. Hi, Jen. Sorry. See, this is what I explained to you folks before. Bernie Colleton just signed in. And what does he say? Bernie says, "Hi, gents. Sorry, I'm a little late." Bernie's the salesman for Campus in.
I apologize. Yes.
Hey, Bernie, you guys are selling this stuff over in Kingston, New Hampshire. So why don't you get it moved over to Merrimack so you can make a few dollars selling the Valiant, the Alliance RVs? Got to talk to the big boys there and get a transfer. Kim Foley McKinnon. Kim is the Mass State Director for the Girl Camper Movement, or if you know the Girl Camper Association. A bunch of women that go out camping by themselves. Kim is the state director there.
Well, Bob, they don't go out camping by themselves. They go out camping with other girl campers.
With other women, right?
Yeah.
Jesse's on tonight. You must want to check out the competition.
Right. Jesse's name came up in some conversations earlier.
For a competing deal for Camping World in West Hatfield, Mass. And
So, Bob,
let me read the quote first. Quiet. I've heard great things about Alliance. A friend of mine, Jeremiah, is on the big dogs, one of the big dogs over there. We met Jeremiah today. We don't have him with us tonight, Jesse, but we met them. We actually met the whole management team, great management team, and they're adding people. Added a lot of dealer support people, customer support people. And we got a chance to meet them this morning at the Q&A session. And Maria's back on. She helped us out on the test. All right, you can have the floor, Mr. DePietro.
Okay. Well, look at Maria is in Shipshawana for tonight. If we had known that, she should have come over and been live on our show.
Yeah, we could have gone over and taken her out to dinner.
And also, I see that Audrey Foley Egan is here. And Bob, tell her what we saw yesterday that we've got photos of to show her.
What we saw yesterday.
That margarita machine.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Redneck margarita.
who's got that?
Charles Tire.
Charles Tire,
Yep.
an Alliance owner, has this thing called the Redneck Margarita Machine. John, you talk, and let me see if I can go grab a picture of it. Talk about that, and I'm going to.
Okay, I've got a photo here, Bob. Oh, did you take a picture? Okay. So
Yeah.
Maria, Martha, and Chris, of the time that you spent at this rally, I mean, you volunteered today. You were bingo callers.
Yep.
Did you have any fights that you had to break up between people that yelled bingo when they didn't have all the numbers? Did you have to play enforcer at all, or any of that?
No, Martha didn't have to crack any heads, although we did get called dirty names because they didn't win.
They didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those bingo people.
They get serious.
They do.
Yeah. Good thing they don't have NRA meetings and bingo meetings at the same time, because
That would
You know, you could have heard a pin drop in that room. The only thing
Yep.
you heard was you guys calling the numbers. It was totally quiet. I didn't
Yep.
know you could have a room with that. I didn't know you could have a room with that many women in it that could be that quiet.
Bob, you're getting on thin ice there. We're talking about gender bias.
You're trying. I know you're.
I would
trying
never
out,
do anything like that.
but I don't embarrass
So-
myself.
I asked them a question and then you interrupted them. Of all the things that you've done in the couple days that you've been here, what has been the most enlightening? And you said that, I'm so glad that we have an Alliance product.
Yeah, it's the fact that the manufacturer truly cares about the customer experience. And for once, there's a manufacturer that we've experienced that actually lives behind their motto of do the right thing. The Brady brothers, who are the founders, are out here with us. They're completely accessible
And waiting in line. They were waiting in line in the margarita line. They didn't.
Yeah.
pull up and cut I noticed that. Did you?
Yes, I did. That's a really important thing, is that, they treat themselves as everybody else and put themselves on a pedestal. And you see that with their employees also. You ask the techs that are out there working, and the techs say the same thing. They're wonderful to work for. They care about us. They know us by name. They know about our families. It's a good environment. You can tell it's a good culture to work in.
Good. So we want to thank you for spending time with us. I know we've got many other guests. Bob, I'm going to kick it back to you. And I know you have several guests in your part of the room. And if there are more people down there, we should tell people that we are in an RV, but because of feedback issues, et cetera, we need to separate these guests so that we don't get feedback.
Chris and Marcia, thank you very much. Here's what we're going to do, John. I'm going to keep Ed and Doreen with me. I'm going to send George and Donna up with you, and we'll have 6 of us on the screen. How's that?
Great.
So we got to swap places with Chris and Marcia.
Okay, guys.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Thank you so much.
Safe trip. Guys, if you would come up here and work.
Send it through the back one. Here we go.
Let's see. What's going to work? Oh, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to get yourself set up there. And I do have a picture of the margarita machine, so I may do that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it very much.
Okay, we're doing
All right.
something about we've never done before through the wonders of modern technology and my intelligence in able to find these people. It's no question that I did all the groundwork to make this show a success, and I found the people, and you just kind of took half the credit. But
Do me a favor.
why don't you start with the Buckeyes down there? No, wait. What are they called in Iowa? Corn huskers?
Hawkeye.
Oh, I knew it was some kind of hawk or something. So, Bob, why don't you start with them, and then we'll.
All right. Why
Up
don't you
here.
introduce yourselves and tell them what your role is with Alliance and how you get into it, whatever you want to talk about.
I'm Doreen Shelhays, and we are the proud owners of one of the first 100 allies or alliances being made, and we love it.
And Ed?
And I'm Ed Shelhays, and typically behind the wheel of the vehicle that tows the 310. But very, like Doreen said, a very proud owner of this coach. And we've been camping since 2013 and bought this back in February of last year. So we were one of the first few, and absolutely love it.
Yeah. One of the things that our fans may not realize, the way that they built Alliance right from the gate, before they ever had anything on the drawing board, was they did a lot of crowdsourcing. They set up a Facebook page, and they asked people who owned other fifth wheels. What did they like? What did they not like?
They asked SOBs, other brands.
Yeah, and sometimes they would ask them, they might post 2 floor plans and say, do you like option 1 or option 2. And they developed this incredible following of people who helped develop the product. So instead of a manufacturer building a product and saying, I hope people buy it, they said, tell us what you will buy and we'll build it. And do I have that right, Ed? And then
I was one of those. I got on way early, and I helped them decide on the sink and some of the cabinets. And he would say, "Who are you talking to?"
Hey, Zagami, get them closer to the camera. Get them closer to the camera. All we see is dots.
The kitchen layout doesn't help us do that much.
Okay.
So if I stand over here, so we're probably going to have to live with what we have there.
Well,
So
we have better action in the bedroom. I mean, it's a better floor setup. It's a better floor setup.
I don't think you want to say that, John.
No, I know. I know.
All right, so Doreen did a lot of the early Facebook stuff, but then you jumped in and
did.
tell us about your activity and what you're doing on Facebook for Alliance.
But stop for 1 second. He's a veteran. We need to salute the fact that he's a veteran.
Thank you.
Yes, that's right.
Yep. In fact,
Okay.
not only a veteran, but I served proudly. We served proudly for 3 years at Loring Air Force Base up in the very northern tip of Maine.
In Maine,
So
yeah.
talk about New England. We spent our time in New England, loved our time in New England, and now we're loving our time traveling around the United States and visiting our comrades, friends, and relatives in our beautiful Alliance country.
Comrades, what country did you fight for? The Germans, comrades? You've been watching Hogan's Heroes too much.
It's
Our military comrades.
and
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for clarifying that.
Ed has a
Okay,
big
Bob.
Ed has a big U.S. Air Force flag on his rig, and I'm a veteran of the Air Force myself. So a lot of synergy there. I remember when Loring was a very active base.
Yes, it
It
was.
was a great base,
Yep.
and strategically too.
Yep.
Especially during the Cold War. So we did that.
Well, it ain't cold here. It's a hot war here.
Let's go back to that question I asked Ed, though, about his active engagement on a Facebook page that he's developed for owners of Alliance.
Yes. In fact, George, who you're going to interview here very shortly, is the owner of the owners group. He was the one that developed it. He asked me to help with the administration of it. So we tag team it along with some others and manage the owners group on Facebook.
Bob, you can go full screen with those guys. We'll wait.
What's that?
You can go full screen with your
Okay.
on your side.
Yep.
I have to tell them what to do.
So that's that, and I think I've worked very closely with Alliance from the very start. For instance, I knew right off the bat that I needed to put a satellite dish on my roof and some other things that we planned on doing. So we coordinated with Mr. Bill Martin and said, "Can we do this?" And he came back very quickly and said, "Absolutely, we can do it." Some other technology type things, because that was my career field in the Air Force, was technology. And so they said, "Absolutely, we can do it." So from the very beginning, Alliance was cooperative, and not just cooperative, but they bent over backwards to help build a coach that would meet our needs. And now the things that I asked for in my coach have been adopted as standard equipment on the Alliances.
Wow. Let me ask Doreen, Bob. Let me ask Doreen a question.
Yep.
Doreen, what of all the people that you've met at the rally here? I don't know if you were here a couple years ago or this is your first one, but what has been the best part of it for you when you come to these events?
Well, it's just the friendship that we have made through the years online, and then get to meet everybody in real life and find out where they've been. And then we share campgrounds. Like we get on and say, "Oh, we were at the nicest park last night," and everybody wants to know where. And so we everybody advertises for everybody else.
Right. I think it's no secret that RVers like to share
Yes.
and tell people where they've been and where to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's
So to speak.
give George and Donna a shake over there, Mr. DePietro.
Okay, well, I never thought we'd see the camera, but George and Donna, we talked with you earlier today.
Yep.
Tell us where you're from, how long you've been RVing, what you do, and that type of thing.
All right, we bought our RV, put the order in January 2020, picked it up March at the beginning of COVID. I'm a practicing emergency physician in Cocoa Beach, Florida. And this is my lovely bride of 41 years, Donna.
Donna, this is my job right here.
Keeping him under control.
Keeping him under control.
Right.
Only 41 years, you're kids. I hit 52 years this year. How about you guys?
I don't recall we asked
You're
you.
47. George, you're in third
I
place.
don't recall asking you.
Wait a minute, but George is in third place. My guy's in second. I got 47.
And we got
My
40,
guy's in third.
something like that. Okay. But Bob says he's been married for how long, Bob?
53. Actually,
Yeah,
52.
but that's with 3 women. It was 17 years each.
No, it's the same woman.
17 years each.
How she stood me for 52 years, I don't know.
Oh, we have Chris Andrew on here. So, Chris,
Oh, we do.
hi, Chris. Chris is one of the New England dealers that sells this product, and
Very good.
et cetera. He's there. Take a look down. It says Chris Andrew. And Chris, I think we're going to send a lot of people down because I will tell you this, and Donna, you correct me if I'm wrong, but everybody that we've talked to, maybe yourself as well, really likes these units. But I think the thing that they like best, it's not about, the type of refrigerator or the type of air conditioner, but it's the fact, George, that and Donna, that they listen to you here.
Absolutely.
Is that important?
It is. They listen to us, and when there's a problem, there's always somebody there to help us out. It's been the best company of any company that I've ever had to work with. I give them kudos for everything they've done. We're very, very excited to be part of the Alliance team.
I want to show you how astute our fans are, because I wanted to see who
Yes.
who's going to be the first one to pick it up.
Yep.
Don Haas says Bob is drinking water. Big question mark.
Right.
Because I don't have my Jack Daniels with me.
He usually has 2 or 3 Jack Daniels in the
Jack
show.
Daniels during
It's
the show.
almost 7:50. The show really tipsy.
So you're right, Don. We should give you. I'll find a prize to give you, Don, if you're that astute to pick that up.
Yep. Exactly.
Bernie says thank you for service. Oh, that goes to you.
Thank you.
That goes to you.
My honor.
Bernie's a good. He's got a new radio show in Boston, in New Hampshire, actually. All Things RV. It's sponsored by Campers in RV. And
Excuse me.
Yes.
I have the floor, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I step on your toes again?
I'm talking to George here now, and George is a social media marvel because you kind of started the social. Tell us what your social media experience is.
Wait a minute. A social media what?
Marvel.
Marvel.
I don't know about that.
Marvel.
That's a 2-syllable word, John. You made it.
I know it's more than you can handle.
Huh?
Okay, George, go ahead.
All
Don't
right,
worry about Zagami.
So basically, after the Tampa show, actually, I got on Alliance's site early on, probably in August of.
See the camera right there?
Yep, August of 19. August 7th is when Bill Martin started it. Went to the Tampa show 2020. Said, yeah, we like the Alliance. We ordered one, but I knew we needed an owners group because I'd seen several different RV companies with owners groups, and I wanted to lead it in the correct direction. With positive feedback and good owner interaction. So we started Alliance RV Owners on Facebook, and over the year and a half, we probably have 5,600 owners now on the site.
Which is an amazing number.
I think it's a great number. They're very active.
And we're in the Valor unit, and we talked with the Tires yesterday from Texas,
Correct.
and they have the Valor subgroup, and they've got 2,000 people. He's He's adding 15 or 20 people a day.
Oh, absolutely. We're adding, several.
Just right here. Yeah, just right here on the rally. Walter is our resident engineer, and he's very astute. He says some of the early conversations on Facebook were really interesting. So he was on the Facebook, even though he doesn't own an Alliance. He was on and watching what you guys were doing on the Facebook page. He says Bill Martin was, I think he means great, to discuss different options on these groups. And I think you'll also agree, Walter, because Walter is not afraid to tell you if you're wrong about something. But I thought what was really good about it was Alliance was excellent in handling both the positive things that people say and the negative thing. So do either
They
one
are.
of you want to address that issue, because they just didn't shut people off if they had a negative comment, or if they didn't. They even have people on it that don't own an Alliance RV right now. They're just on to learn. As well, who comment on that?
They are so involved. I mean, they are on the site all the time, and they're providing assistance to the owners out there. And the secondary benefit is, even if you're not an owner, you're getting some really good feedback on what Alliance is all about, and getting questions answered before you buy. Absolutely invaluable resource.
Judge, you want to comment on that too, Judge?
Well, I'll comment a little bit. So Alliance and their Facebook, when they started, I remember Bill starting it on August 7th. You'll have positive and negative. He will not remove any comments whatsoever, whether it's positive or negative, because they want all kinds of feedback, because it helps build a company and helps build a better product. So even the most negative comments, they'll take it to the engineering and say, okay, is there any way we can improve this? I can tell you we have one of the first 310s, and they've made multiple changes to it already, realizing that they can improve on it. It's outstanding. It's an outstanding company.
And even one person said today, I've got one of the first units.
Right.
And he said, stop and making all these improvements because mine's looking obsolete.
It is.
Hey, Don is really on a roll tonight.
Oh, Don, I know. That's, I don't know, most guys. But that's only your room, Bob. That's only in your room. John Head is not going to hit the roof screen now. Hey, what was it? I started, then he interrupted me.
Walter has John figured out. He's afraid his head is too big. Yeah.
Whatever. Now, Donna.
Yes.
With your unit, from a woman's perspective, and let me say this: I'm not saying that women pick out the colors and men pick out the tires. I'm not saying that, but from your perspective, what has been the coolest innovation that you see that's in your unit that you say is really helpful to me?
I don't know which one's most helpful. What I like the most in my unit is my fireplace. I think is amazing.
Folks, they live in Florida. They live in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Donna, say that again. I don't know whether I heard that right.
I love my fireplace. I don't have a fireplace. Great ambiance. When it's a rainy or cold night, we're sitting there in those chairs enjoying that fireplace. It's the best.
And it's when it gets down to 70, you put the fireplace on, right?
Probably about 70.
No, we turn the air conditioning on too.
Oh,
Sometimes.
Both at the same time, George?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And also the fireplace
and the accent lighting.
Depending on the unit, the fireplace has storage behind it, so you can put the good.
Oh, there is.
You can put the good booze there.
There is.
So when the relatives come, they drink the cheap stuff.
That's it, because the side trays on the couch also lift up, and that's where you can store your booze.
There's amazing storage in this unit.
Wait, I missed that one. What did he say?
He said that there's a lot of places you can hide booze.
Oh,
so Zagami, you could have this as a traveling Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I'm missing a Jack. I'm missing the Jack.
Yeah.
I only need 3 bottles of Jack: regular Jack, gentleman Jack, and single barrel Jack. So I just need one of each. And I just replenish on the road as I go.
They were sampling Jack at the bourbon display here at 5 o'clock tonight.
Oh God, you're gonna get a big one.
So, what John is talking is there's a bourbon run, so I guess they're gonna have to leave a little bit early. But I told him I don't want to see a single bottle of Jack Daniels on that bourbon run because Jack Daniels is sipping whiskey. Now, did you say you were going to the distillery?
Yes, sir.
You're on the way back, or you haven't been there yet?
Have not.
You have not. Okay, I'll give you a few secrets before you go down there. And all you have to do is, now I got John DePietro disease. So all you have to do is go into the Jack Daniels distillery and say, I'm a good friend of Bob, and say, yeah,
there we go.
And you'll be.
They'll throw you out.
Great.
They will throw you out. So why don't we kick it back to you guys and ask our Iowa friends what their favorite aspect of their unit is, and ask our veteran. Do you see many other veterans here? That wear military, Marines always wear their hats no matter what because they think that the world revolves around them. But are you seeing a lot of fellow comrades, as you used it, in military life?
There's a lot of
Yes,
veterans,
there are a lot
there.
of veterans here, and we have gotten to know each other. We've gotten to know each other on social media before we got here. And then the beauty of the rally is we can meet all of these folks that we've been communicating with throughout the year, meet them face to face, thank them, and exchange ideas. And that's what we do. The improvements that we've made on our coaches, the things that we've had go wrong, the things that we go right, and we can exchange all that information, and it ends up very, very valuable.
Yeah, one of the things that John and I did this morning was we emceed the opening ceremonies with Ryan and Coley and Bill Martin, and we went out into the audience and asked a lot of questions and took a lot of good comments because the owners wanted to hear from their customers. Not only have they listened to them, and again, it's only a 2-year-old company, but they've listened to them through that process, and we took questions from the audience. And you're buffering, John, so I'm going to ask Doreen to comment on that, and we'll come back to you. Talk about that experience this morning, Doreen, in terms of going out there and listening to the people and the incredible questions that they have.
Yeah, everybody gets their question answered is basically, and it's honest. They don't beat around the bush. They'll tell you what's happening and how they're going to fix it, or what they're not going to change, or what they are going to change. And it's a great thing that we can do that talk to the actual owners. Like, come on,
What company does that?
Yeah. How many companies do you actually get to talk to an owner?
Yep.
And have them call you when there's a storm and say, we see you're camping. Are you guys okay? And who does that?
Yeah. We got a little bit of a problem on the technical side. For some reason, my camera's shrinking, but that's okay. And John, your camera is frozen on Donna, and it doesn't look like I can. Oh, there you go. Let's see how. If I take both of those off, put you back up. Try talking, John and George, and let me see if I can hear you. You're frozen, John.
Now I'm not.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yep. Now, Peggy Elmer says, Walter, we got to warn you about having side conversations on our show. Okay. And Audrey Foley, thank you so much. We have found out that Elkhart, Indiana has probably the worst, what do you call it? Technical internet Wi-Fi in the country. But, we're here. And the amazing thing is people really have come, when you look at the board in the other room, the map where you put the pin, they are really from Maine to California to Alaska. Nobody drove here from Hawaii yet. Our prior guests wanted to take a Class C to Hawaii, but I think they wanted to rent it there and not just drive it there. But the amazing thing with the RV lifestyle is that you can meet people from all over the country. And isn't it amazing, Donna? When I did have your name right? Okay. I'm getting names wrong. The things that you have in common with so many people that you talk to that you don't realize it until you say, hey, wait a minute. We've got something in common. Yeah.
We have things in common, and it's very, very common for us to meet, not just at rallies, but someone will say, hey, I'm going to be in the area, and we'll catch up with them at a campground somewhere. We've had people to our home for dinner that have been close by, but we really build a close friendship.
Yeah. I don't know. So we're trying to figure out technically, folks, we may be having some issues, but you know what? We just talk over it. Kind of like I used to do in school when the teacher was trying to teach something and I would talk over. Find myself in the hallway.
Yeah,
starting
I
in fourth
understand
grade. Can you understand that, George?
I understand that. I do understand that one. Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah. Is it kind of cool that you can go face to face with the owners?
It's fabulous. It's great. And you can go face to face with them.
You're cracking up we can't hear you, and we're freezing.
Okay.
Oh, and what are you doing?
Have to kill it. I don't know.
Okay. You want to try the video?
Huh?
Try the video. See what happens.
Downloaded it yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, see, but it looks like it's coming out here. Looks like it's coming on. See what happens. Try the video. See what happens. Look, there we go. So, Bob, it looks like we're okay, though. Hey, anybody who's watching, just write in and say, can you hear us or can you hear us? What?
Do me a favor. Just open the door and tell them to stop talking altogether.
This is live television.
We're gonna pull the plug on John's just right now, and talk here. But I think what we're gonna do, Chris Ando says, we get Chris's comment up here. Right. Chris says we were at the factory tour Friday, taking the tour. Impressive, by the way. But Coley, Ryan, and Jeremiah are great. My girlfriend has never been to a plant, and she made a great suggestion to Coley about having room to hang a broom. He totally understood and said they will be making that change as soon as possible. And that's what they do. That's what they do, and they listen and especially people that are buying Alliance. I think we asked the question this morning, Ed, about how many was the Alliance their very first RV, and there were a lot. But for the most part, somebody that looks at an Alliance, would you agree that it's going to be more attractive to somebody who's been RVing, who's had 3 or 4 other products from other manufacturers, and then they look at this and they see the way the company responds and how they communicate with them.
Sure.
And it elevates it up another level.
Yep.
Yeah.
That and the fact that these coaches are not cheap, and so most people, you're spending your hard-earned dollars. They're out and they're doing their homework and they're looking at all the different coaches. And I've talked to many people that they looked at different brands, and then they looked at the Alliance and their look was over. That was it. They found what they were looking for. And besides the coach itself, it's the company, it's the people, it's the Bill Martins and the Coley Brady's and the Ryan Brady's and the Curtis Carlsons, and all those folks that work so hard to provide that coach to us, but the follow-on support is hugely important.
Yeah. Let me try something here, because I think I've got some pictures, if I don't screw up. See if they're going to come up here. Yeah, the internet is a little too slow because it's not allowing me to bring up the pictures that we took at the rally this morning. So, John, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but what we're going to do is we're going to cut the show short tonight, because I know these folks have to get back for the bourbon run, and I don't want to, have the painful internet buffering causing aggravation to our fans who are there. But let me just make sure. Why don't you ask them if you would, just ask if they all want to come out here. We'll work off of this one. So I'm going to ask them all to come out here. And Walter says you can hear both. Video is breaking up occasionally. Dante says I can hear, but it is freezing. So I'm asking everybody to come out here. So we'll just have a big party out here. So everybody see that. George, the only thing between you and your bourbon is me. So now that's
I know.
So it just took that long to have one picture come up on the screen. But that was this morning's opening session where John and I worked the crowd, and I'm not sure if any of the others are going to come up that quickly. But did John come out with you, or did you leave in the bedroom?
No, he's hiding.
Okay. They even had the roads named for Ryan, and let's see. I think we had Ryan had one, and Coley had one. Yeah, and then was there 18 roads in names? And then the Bill Martin Beltway. Let's talk about this one a little bit. Get up here. We didn't talk about this. Who wants to talk about the Avenue? This is a brand new product unveiled here.
It is
low profile, but I'll shut up. Who wants to talk about it?
Oh, it's mid-profile.
Mid-profile.
It's mid-profile that Alliance is starting out with right now. Brand new product. I don't even know. I think they've gotten 3 out so far. I know one person has already bought it. There is an active website already, Alliance Avenue owners.
Already?
Already.
And the two of them talk to each other?
They do. So, yeah, they're excited. Alliance is very excited about this new mid profile. A little bit less expensive.
Well, we were in it, and I was struck by the brightness, by the
Yes.
Very
I
bright
agree.
colors.
This one has dark colors,
Right,
and this is more the traditional look.
right.
Yeah. Now, to me, this doesn't have dark colors. I've gone into some recent RVs, and they're pretty dark.
They're dark.
I mean,
right.
they're pretty dark. This
Right.
is very light colored.
Avenue is very, the
Light
avenue is
colored,
very,
yeah.
I
it's
mean,
they're
very
like
light and
light
airy.
oak,
Yes.
light oak.
Oh,
light,
that
light.
one's
Yeah,
really
white,
light.
yeah,
They're very,
yeah.
very
Cabinets
light.
are white,
Yeah, they
flooring
do.
is
People like
white.
seem to like that, and also it's what 101 inches.
Yeah,
Wide.
that's the fact. The thing that impressed me when I walked into it was how wide it was and how tall it was. I mean, you could be what 7.5 feet.
It looks,
Yeah.
it's very
For a
roomy. It
mid-profile.
looks very
Yeah, it's
roomy.
101 inches wide, and that extra width when you spread those slides out, it just makes it feel like you are at
Picture,
home.
please.
And they're reaching customers at a lower price point.
Right,
Right.
right.
So a lot more folks
Right.
maybe within their reach where a Paradigm or a Valor is.
I think the other thing that they said was, and we talked with Ab, the product manager, is that as you get a lower towing weight, you get more vehicles
Correct.
that can utilize
Absolutely.
it. So your audience is going to be bigger.
Right, right.
So
This is the brand new building, the newest building, building number 3, that they have just opened up on their campus here in Elkhart, and they were doing tours. They're doing tours all this week for the folks that are at the rally. Did you guys get a chance to go over to the building?
we have.
Tell us a little bit about. I haven't had a chance. Tell us a little bit about it, Judge.
It's a brand new building. I believe they're running some of the Paradigms and some of the avenues through that new building, starting up. They also, the brand new building also has a dedicated service bay for those of us who bring our units up there for servicing now that need to be taken care of.
It was amazing how much it has grown since last year. We
Right.
toured it last year for the first one.
Yeah,
And the nice
It's
thing,
that building there,
exploded.
yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
exploded out there. So
the nice thing was
it's fun
how,
for those guys. It's
how
fun to
clean
see.
it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing
Oh,
how
really?
clean
Okay.
it was.
Yeah. And these factories can get
Oh, they can get
dirty
Filthy.
with all the sawdust and cuttings, shavings, and fabric, and what do you call it, cushions, and all that stuff.
You know, I will tell you, out here in Elkhart, if you know somebody that wants a job, and we know across the country we have a problem with people that don't want to work, and we have 10 million jobs opening. It is so tight out here that some of the manufacturers, and we saw 2 things in the last 2 days, not at Alliance. One manufacturer out here is paying their employees a $300 bonus a week if they are not a minute late for work. If they work their 40 hours without being late at all, they get a $300 bonus. But think about that. They're paying people extra money to do their job
That
Yep.
they're already being paid for.
that they're already being paid for.
right.
But the other one was, I think, probably a little bit worse. There's a company this past
A
month.
little bit better, depending on
Yeah,
what
yeah.
employee
This
was.
past month, they had a contest that if you showed up on time for work every day, but they gave them a 15-minute buffer. I wouldn't have given them a buffer, but if you showed up for work, you got a ticket. And if you got a ticket all 4 weeks, then you got an extra 10 tickets. And there was a raffle this afternoon, and I have not heard who won it. But the winner of the raffle this afternoon, of all those people that got tickets, had their choice of a Ford Bronco, a Chevy Blazer, or $20,000 in cash,
Wow.
just to do their job.
Hey, let's go back into the workforce.
Like,
Yeah.
we gotta.
We all have work ethics.
I'm thinking about staying and just go to work.
Yeah, right. Let's
Okay,
dress.
I promised I promised our guests we'd have them out of here by 7:45 because they are scheduled for the bourbon run, and I would like a report if
If you see
anybody
Jack
shows
Daniels.
up with Jack
There
Daniels.
won't be any Jack Daniels.
I want to know who that person is. So Donna and George and Doreen, Ed, proud Alliance RV owners.
Very proud.
Thank you very much for joining us on
Thank
you.
RVing in New
We
England.
even convinced our daughter to buy one, and we're the first real family, us and our daughter.
Did your daughter convince you to buy it for her?
Wait,
Yeah.
See, my daughter would say, Dad, why don't you buy me one of those? So you're saying you're going to be the first Alliance family?
Two generations.
Two
Yeah.
generations? Really?
I believe so. That,
I think
that's
So
what
did
they
you
said.
guys grow up camping with the whole family?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Started with the tent and the canvas trailer and then that little 15-footer, you know. And
Yeah.
You moved right up.
moved up.
Moved right up.
All right. We will let you go
Great.
back.
Thank you.
Doreen, thank
Thank
you.
you.
George,
Thank you
pleasure.
so much.
Really good.
Pleasure.
Thank
And
you.
if you come into Maine,
You know we are.
all right. I mean,
We're on the
September,
air.
October.
we're in touch.
We're on the air, by the way.
I know, but George and Doreen are going to come. Don are going to come visit Maine.
Right. And now everybody's
Doreen,
going to think
thank you
that
very
if they
much.
drive through Maine,
Yeah,
they're
thanks
going to
for
buy them a
everything.
lobster
Absolutely.
dinner.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
You guys can go, and John and I will wrap it up here.
All
And-
All right.
Don't fall down those
Thanks,
stairs.
guys. Yeah, be
Well,
careful.
I don't want to have
All right.
to do CPR or anything. So, interesting people.
Yeah, great. There's some really great people here, but the synergy between the consumers, the customers, the company, and the management, you could just see how well they all get along. And again, you credit to Coley and Brady and Bill Martin. You look at this and say, man, they did all this in 2 years. It was just 2 years ago that they were, sketches on the drawing board, and now they got 3 buildings and 3 product lines. No, Paradigm and Valor and Avenue. So the three. Yeah.
Come on up here. You talk.
Yeah, come on up.
You had some things to say this morning.
Uh-oh.
Our good friend Chuck. So Chuck, what was it that you were? Tell us where you're from, what you do for a living, and what you own.
And what is KYD?
So KYD is another family that we met on YouTube for Keep Your Daydream.
Okay.
And so they're out of Arizona, and they were actually the push to just get started, right? So whether you have a 4-footer, a 40-footer, a tent, it doesn't matter. Get
See
started.
the camera. See the little
Yeah,
green button.
So that's what we did. And so for me, I work in security. I'm an incident handler. You call me.
Wait. What's an incident handler?
So when somebody says
When you're out of control, they come at you.
yeah, exactly. Like when you've had too much to drink, I'm the handler.
Can you cuff people?
No,
Can
so
you whack them in the face?
no. Normally I work.
No,
from
you don't
afar.
do that. You don't hit people with cameras.
No, you don't.
That-
You try
Start
not
a lot
to.
more trouble.
Yeah. So if there's a security incident, so you guys hear about breaches and ransomware and things like that,
Oh, yeah.
I'm that guy they call.
Oh.
Right.
You'd like Walter.
So how long you been RVing?
Year and a half.
Okay, and what do you own?
I own a 40V13.
Okay,
But they don't know what that is.
Okay, so that's a toy hauler. Actually, we're in it right now.
Right here.
Yeah, we're in it right now.
this isn't yours, right?
Nope, no.
Okay.
So
So I thought we had broken.
Yeah.
We had broken into his, and he's a security guy. He's
Your own
gonna cuff
product,
us.
right.
Yeah. So basically, 13-foot garage, L-shaped couches, which makes it more hospitable for us. As we live in it full time. It's 45 feet.
Is it how many people in your unit?
4
4. Okay,
with the dog, with the cat, with the fish, with the chameleon.
So
okay. How many humans?
4 humans.
Okay.
is this your first RV?
No.
Oh, so you had other prior experience.
Yes,
So
sir.
Compare the two. Don't get into other names, but
No.
compare the
So-
whole
so-
environment.
The previous one was a travel trailer, and we liked it very much. However, we received it. This is a true story, and they didn't attach the master toilet to the black tank. And you don't know that right away.
No,
No.
not until you flush it.
Or attempt to. flush.
Eventually,
Yeah.
it was like on the first real trip out, we were like, "Ooh, something's dripping. It should not be." That manufacturer was horrible. I won't say who we bought it from, but they were equally as bad. And they're like, "Oh, it's COVID, so we can't help you." And I was like, "I will put it through a front door and leave it there if you like, and you can deal with it then, or we can do this the nicer way." So I drove 600 miles to get it to a site in Wildwood, Florida. And it was problematic. And so when COVID, the next school year, jumped into high gear.
So Chuck,
Yeah.
we only got an hour show.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
so let's move up
Yeah.
to what you got now and why you like it.
So I like my 40V13 because true story, I can call and get help like that.
Yep.
Right? It's not overrated. I can get parts shipped to me should I have a problem. Everything breaks. It's not a big deal. Overall, it's been very reliable.
And whose cell phone numbers do you have in your phone?
Today I have Jim Bonacci and Bill Martin.
Okay.
Right? And those are Jim is my primary go-to because at least he has that legacy of problems and correspondence.
But I know Coley and Brady also, the
Yep.
owners give you a.
I never have to. I love it, but I never have to escalate
You
them.
don't have to escalate.
Literally, never don't.
Yeah, that's
Never.
a good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
and for trivial stuff, I just email them.
Yep.
Right.
So you like it, and where have you been with it, and how are your upcoming plans as far as the 4 occupants? I presume it's a spouse and 2 kids.
That's correct.
Okay, got that
Yeah.
right.
So we've been up and down both sides of Florida, through the Keys, back through the Keys, all the way up north, all the way up East Coast. So you guys notice this? This is from a place called Booth Bay,
Harbor.
Booth Bay, Maine.
Yeah.
Favorite
Yes.
place I've ever been to. Yeah, true
It's a
story.
great place. But what is
It's a brewery.
Oh yeah, that,
Oh yeah.
that Harvest Host.
That's a Harvest Host.
They
location.
harvest host
Yeah.
and they have 50s
Yeah,
and
a
30s.
couple
Yeah.
plug-ins.
Favorite place that we've ever been to.
Booth
What's
Bay
Booth
Brewery.
Bay
Brewery.
Booth Bay Brewery.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that. We've been all the way up to Vermont, all the way back down through New Hampshire, across New York, Ohio, Upper Peninsula, and back, here.
The UP.
Yep.
Okay, so you've been all over the place.
Yeah, we took it everywhere.
All right. So that's good. Chris, thank you very much. Chuck,
Yep,
thank
yep.
you very much for jumping in here.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Enjoyed your conversation
Yep.
today.
Great.
Be
Thank
safe.
you.
All right.
Have a great day. So Bob, that not quite wraps it up, but you know what? What have you been impressed with in the time that we've spent here on Alliance?
I think the support that the customers, that the owners, and the accolades that they gave to the owners, we didn't prep them for it, but everybody that spoke on camera talked about the difference in the environment, the quality of the product, but more so the difference in the environment of being able to communicate with
Right.
Coley and Brady and Bill Martin.
And we have a lady who
Well,
just came in
okay.
not knowing
She's-
we were on.
she's not
Hey,
gonna
come on over here.
because,
Tell us where you're from. Come here.
You're an Alliance owner. She just came in to look at the
Right.
coach. She didn't know we were in here.
No idea.
Okay,
Ah,
so
yeah.
here, look at
Look
that.
at
You're on.
that- look
Say
at that
hi,
little
everybody.
red
We're
light.
all over the world
Hi,
on
how are you?
Facebook. Tell us your name and where
I'm-
you're from.
I'm Tilly and we're from Tampa, Florida.
Tilly from Tampa.
Tilly from Tampa.
That sounds like people that call the talk show. Hey, we're Tilly from Tampa is online too. So
Yeah.
Tilly, how long have you owned your Alliance
Since
product?
January.
So 9 months, 8 months, whatever it is. Have you owned others before?
Absolutely.
Okay, and how
This
do you
is our fifth wheel.
fifth? Wow. Okay, so how do you compare the service and the communication here with the other brands that you've had, without getting into the names of the brands?
Absolutely no comparison whatsoever. Alliance is way out there.
Okay, and we've never met. We've never even seen each other.
She just walked right through the door.
You're not reading the script, right, Tilly?
Absolutely not.
Tilly from Tampa just opened the door and walked in right in the middle of a live broadcast to the entire world.
I did not
So
know.
Tilly, you're famous.
Yeah.
I know. She had a little bit of camera shyness, but we called her over.
Convince me.
So where have you been in it?
Oh, we've been to, we left Florida. We went
Cameras,
to Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri.
Did you go to Branson?
No.
No, good. Don't.
No.
It's not worth it.
Sexton. Then we went to Illinois, and now we're in Indiana.
Is that where we are? We're in Indiana. I couldn't
Yeah.
figure out.
This week we're in
Where we
Indiana.
were.
Yeah.
So what would you say to other people that might be on the fence about buying either their first RV or moving from another brand to Alliance? Has it been a enlightening experience?
It's been an awesome experience, and don't hesitate. Do it.
Do it.
Do
There we
it,
go.
do it while you can do it.
Why you can do it. Amen. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right, Tilly, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
you,
Very
Tilly.
good.
No problem at all. You didn't.
No,
interrupt. We needed a guest.
We love.
You came
we
in
love
right
to
on
have
cue.
All right,
So,
so we are pretty much. Yeah, we got about 6 minutes.
How
Let
about
me
you?
just
We got any more comments from
let
our
me see the
audience?
comments. Bernie
Lisa.
Bernie Culloden, salesman for Campers Inn in Merrimack, New Hampshire,
Says
says,
hi,
"Hi, Tilly." See?
Too
Lisa,
funny.
Lisa, too funny. Love the way you guys get with each other. This is such a fun show. So glad I'm on so many RV knowledgeable people.
Bob, she wrote it just like we told her to.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got that
exactly.
one right, Lisa.
Jesse Brissett.
Jesse,
Hello.
keep
Keep
the-
the show going.
Keep the show going. All right.
RV
Don's RV
inspection.
inspection. No, we're not going to talk about that tonight, Don. Let's see what else we got there. Kim Foley says, thanks. What does Don say? An incident handler is someone who deals with Johns all day.
Oh,
That's That's low, dog.
I know it. I know it.
I like.
We thought he was our friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
We'll tell you in a minute.
When we go off the air, we'll give you the.
Oh, Dylan, Tilly, come here. You can be the one who signs off for us. You can say. That's about all we have for you today. This is Tilly from Tampa saying, see you next week on RVing in New England. Okay, can you say that?
What?
RVing in New England. Okay.
Right.
Are we ready to sign off?
Chris Andro, one of our great Alliance RV dealers.
Tilly
Well, wait a minute. Chris Andro, our great Alliance RV dealer, one of two in New England, says, great show, guys. Thanks for all you do for Nerve to see you in Vegas. You will indeed, Mr. Andro. At least I'll be there. I don't think John will be there. Audrey says, awesome show. Great to see you all.
Tilly from Tampa. That's all.
Bernie says, great. Now go visit the bourbon. Okay, so we're gonna play the closing video, but only after Tilly does her.
Okay, Tilly,
but this is your national TV debut.
Okay, ready?
This goes out to the whole world. Don't forget, it's on the internet.
Wow.
So
and it's live.
And you're
so you better not swear.
Right. So you
I
get
promise I will.
Because we have a but if she does swear, we have an incident handler that can take care of it.
Chuck will take care of it.
Okay, Tilly, go ahead.
Sign us off, and then I'm going to play the video.
This is Tilly from Tampa, and that's all we have for you this week. We'll see you next week in RVing in New England.
Tilly, great job.
Thank you.
This edition of RVing in New England was a presentation of the New England RV Dealers Association. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.